Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Shalom to the elect and 144,000 elect. Bashem Rakakodash. My name is Yakalba from Plain Tables Camp. The apostles. Isaiah 61:5 to get ready for captivity. Let's listen in.
Okay, so when you start from the first verse, if you go to Luke, I believe it's chapter 4, Yahweh Shai opens up the Torah, the scrolls, and he reads from Isaiah 61. And he's reading about them being in prison by the enemy, and I'm going to come deliver them. He closes his Torah, gives the Torah back. Then he said, today this prophecy has been fulfilled. Meaning, he's the Messiah. So what was their response? To throw him off a mountain. Now, if he says, today, let me go to the fourth verse, and they shall build a waste. No. To appoint unto them that morning Zion, which he was saying it back 2,000 years ago, Roman Empire, they were the oppressors, to give unto them beauty for ashes and oil of joy for mourning, because they're mourning under the oppression of the Romans. The garment of praise, which is the knowledge, it speaks about being naked in Revelation 16. For the spirit of heaviness, meaning depression, being under these, under these people is depression. It says that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of Yahweh, that he might be glorified. Ultimately, so that was one part of it. It was like a two-part plan. Yahweh Shai came and condemned the Roman Empire, but he's going to take out the Roman Empire in this time, the reincarnation of the Roman Empire. This is the Roman Empire. NATO and the EU, America and Canada. But America is going to be destroyed. And they shall build. And now he didn't read down here. So if this is going to be, if this is fulfilled from 1 to 3, then this got to be fulfilled. The rest of Isaiah 61 got to be fulfilled. And for that matter, Isaiah 60 got to be fulfilled.
Right. And what Christians, these fake Christians, these Caucasians or Black Latinos in the churches, they'll try to amend the different prophecies and say, okay, well, the Messiah came, so that part is fulfilled, and then they'll say, oh no, but this, when it says that the I hate robbery for burnt offerings, and I will direct their work in truth, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them. It's referring to a covenant establishing only among the Israelites. Says, and strangers shall stand and feed your flock, and sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. Oh, they say, oh, this doesn't mean anything anymore. They would have to say that, because if they're considered aliens and strangers and not Israelites, that means they didn't convert. So this has to be talking about the other nations, all right, that didn't convert, because they say everybody can have the opportunity to be saved and all that crap. So this is referring to a different people that are not Israelites. And they're going to be serving the Israelites. So you can't say the Lord made a prophecy through the prophets, but then only half of the prophecy takes place and is only valid. All right, because they would, in order for them to be right, they would have to, when the prophets would speak, they would have to break away the different prophecies. They would have to amend them, alter them, because the prophecy can be a chapter, and for the Christians to stand on their what they believe, they would have to say, okay, 10 verses, okay, 4 verses talking about the Lord, other 6 verses is done away with. That's how stupid these people are.
It says, and they shall build. The rest of Isaiah 61 got to be fulfilled, and for that matter, Isaiah 60 got to be fulfilled. It says, and they shall build the old waste. They shall raise up the former desolation, and they shall, because when America is totally destroyed by fire, certain parts of the planet is going to be destroyed. There's going to be buildings, because the whole earth is going to quake. Remember that. So pretty much most of the earth is going to have to be built back up. The only thing that's not going to be built back up is the United States of America. Canada will be here. Central and South America will be here. Shall repair the waste cities, the desolations of many generations, and the strangers shall stand, and the strangers are talking about other nations. So you're right, vocab, when you say, yeah, the strangers are talking about other nations. Yes, it depends on the precept. Right here, Isaiah 61 verse 5, strangers are talking about other nations. Edomites, Moabites, Ammonites, Hamites, Ishmaelites, whatever you want to call it. Number one on the list are the Edomites.
Right. So you go to Matthew 5th chapter, it clearly tells you think that not that I am come to destroy the law and the prophets. I am not come to destroy to fulfill, but to fulfill. So when the Lord came, he was continuing the prophecies. He wasn't changing and altering. The only thing he changed was the law of animal sacrifice. And we are saved by grace, and we're not under the penalty of the law. So we still keep the law, but we're not under the penalty. So as long as we accept and are chosen, those two things have to exist together. We have to follow in the same spirit that the Lord was in. Right? The Lord wasn't a pork eater or a scavenger eater, and he didn't teach that to his disciples. But he lifted up the weight of the penalty because of our the current distress with Sabbath days and the high holy days. The Lord knew that we weren't going to be able to keep them perfectly in the land of our captivity. He knew that we were going into slavery amongst all the nations. All right, so he came to fulfill, and all the prophecies hadn't even been fulfilled yet. So he fulfilled what he needed to fulfill during his time period. And then it's still his second coming. Those prophecies have not been fulfilled yet.
And you are Edomites. And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks. And this is in the kingdom, which the kingdom is going to be on earth. And the sons of aliens, which are strangers, which are nations, starting with Esau, shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. The word wine comes from the word vine. It goes back to the word vine. The vine of the tree. Now let me look up the word plowman. Plowman is code for slavery. It says in Amos 9, the plowman shall overtake the reaper. The plowman is a guy that works out in the field, on the plantation, the slave. The reaper are the ones that benefit from what the plowman does. And so that's hardcore slavery that we went through. We're the Israelites, 12 years a slave, roots, mandingo, drum, any ill-gotten gains. There's many movies on slavery.
All right, plowman. We got 61 and 5. Let's see. Isaiah 6:1. Plowman. Yeah, a car, working the land, yet not owning any of it. Yeah. So that's the outline of biblical usage. So it could be referring to just a regular plowman who owns a farm, or it could be referring to working the land, not owning it. So that means you're a servant or a slave. All right. So in the context of Isaiah 61, it's referring to the slaves of the Israelites. And strangers shall stand and feed your flock, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers.
That was a fulfillment of Israelites being put into slavery, mainly the kingdom of Judah. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. You, Edomites, and you other nations are going into captivity. Okay, strangers, the word is zawar. Let me look that word up. Zawar. Zawar. You know what I want to do? I want to go into the actual word. Bear me for a minute. The hell? be a stranger to become a stranger. Now this is talking about the other nations. You got the word goyim. You got the word. You got many words for stranger. And based upon the context, the stranger. Back to the 4th verse, and they shall build the old waste. Who's going to build the old waste? The other nations, starting with Esau. They shall raise up the former desolations, and they shall repair the waste cities, the desolations of many generations. And strangers, the other nations, shall stand and feed your flocks. That's on the plantation. And the sons of the alien, strangers, other nations, shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. Now let me look up the word plowman. The word there is a car. Plowman, husbandman, or farmer that works for the master. Husbandman means farmer. Farmer working the land yet not owning any of it. What is that? What is that saying? What does that mean? They're slaves. Slaves. What does the word plantation mean? In the South, slavery was big in the South. It was up in the North too, but it was big in the South. Slaves worked on plantations. What is a plantation? A farm. You had cotton, you had corn, you had wheat, you had all kinds of things. And the small hats was involved in that big time, mainly with the cotton, the clothing. So they wanted to cut the overhead. So they had people enslaved them, which is the fulfillment of Israelites going into captivity. Deuteronomy 28:68. Deuteronomy 28 and 30, 32. Deuteronomy 28, 43, 47, on down.
I thought the apostle went into the same word. Okay, so you get the point. You can't separate the prophecies because you're trying to save everybody in your religion. The text, the religion says that the Israelites are going to have the other nations in slavery. So if you are a traditional American Christian and you believe that everybody can be saved, you also can't at the same time believe in the prophecies. All right, in the Lord Yahushua, as it says in the book of Revelation 19:10, I think it is. And John fell before the angel's feet, and I fell at the feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahushua is a spirit of prophecy. So the angel said he's our brother, our fellow servant. We got Sundulas, a fellow servant, one who serves the same master with another. All right, so the angels are brothers. Spirit of prophecy. We got prophetia, used in the New Testament, are the utterances of the Old Testament prophets, which is mean the New Testament means the Gospels, the writings of the apostles. That's what it means by New Testament. Because the New Testament is a contract. That's what the New Testament really is. It's a contract between the sons of Israel and the Most High, and the Yahushua is the mediator of the new contract. All right. So I'll leave that there. That's the you can't separate the prophecies because you're trying to save everybody. And I'll probably name it along something along those lines, and that's what the Christians do. They in order to believe everybody can be saved and teach everybody can be saved, they would have to take a prophecy and amend the prophecy to fit everybody, which that's changing the words of the book. The Lord said he's going to bring, make a new covenant with the house of Israel. Then they say, oh, they make a new covenant with everybody in the whole entire earth. The Lord said he's going to put these nations into slavery, and they're going to be serving and working the fields of the Israelites. And they say, oh, everybody's going to be equal in the kingdom. Everybody's going to, it's going to be a multinational kingdom, which is not. The Israelites that are scattered in the other nations are going to come out of those nations back to their true nationality. So Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. All right. And the angels are our brothers. So hope you edified. Shalom.